We have a word for being unfaithful to your partner. Cheating. But here's a strange question. If you went back thousands of years, before wedding rings, marriage certificates, dating apps, and divorce courts, would humans have understood relationships the same way we do today? Probably not. But that doesn't mean our ancestors didn't fall in love. They did. They formed powerful pair bonds. They experienced jealousy. They feared losing partners. What changed throughout history wasn't necessarily love. It was the rules surrounding it. And that raises a fascinating question. Were humans actually built to stay with one person for life? The answer is much more complicated than yes or no. Imagine living in a small hunter-gatherer community. You know almost everyone around you. Food is shared. Children grow up surrounded by relatives and other members of the group. And choosing a partner isn't just about romance. A reliable partner can mean food, protection, childcare, social connections, and survival. So pair bonding matters. But here's the important part. Pair bonding and lifelong monogamy are not the same thing. Take the Hadza of Tanzania. They're modern hunter-gatherers, not a perfect copy of prehistoric humans, but anthropologists study societies like theirs for clues about human social behavior. Hadza couples form real relationships and marriages. But divorce and remarriage also happen. Researchers have described their pattern as serial monogamy. You form a bond. Sometimes it lasts. Sometimes it ends. Then another bond forms. That tells us something interesting. Humans may be strongly capable of attachment. Without being biologically programmed to remain with the exact same person forever. And when researchers look across human cultures, things get even more complicated. Many traditional societies have allowed polygyny, where one man can have more than one wife. But here's the detail people often miss. Allowed doesn't mean common. Even where multiple wives were permitted, many men still had only one partner. Supporting multiple households required resources, status, and willing partners. So humans don't fit comfortably into either category. We're not simply monogamous. We're not simply polygamous. We're flexible. And then there's love. Because you might think romantic love is something modern culture invented. It isn't. Anthropologists William Jankowiak and Edward Fisher searched for evidence of romantic love across 166 cultures. They found evidence in 147 of them. Longing. Jealousy. Love stories. Couples running away together. Emotional pain after separation. Sound familiar? Those feelings existed long before Tinder, Valentine's Day, or Hollywood romance. And there's probably an evolutionary reason attachment became so powerful. Human babies are ridiculously difficult to raise. A newborn human can't walk. Can't find food. Can't defend itself. And remains dependent for years. For much of human history, raising a child wasn't simply mom and dad versus the world. Grandparents, siblings, relatives, and other members of the community could all contribute. Humans are unusually cooperative when it comes to raising children. And some cultures took that flexibility somewhere truly surprising. Among the Bari of Venezuela, researchers documented a traditional belief called partible paternity. They believed a child could have more than one biological father. A woman could have relationships with more than one man, and multiple men might be socially recognized as contributing to the same child. Researchers examining historical Bari data found something remarkable. Children associated with a secondary father had higher survival to age 15 than children recorded with only one father. That doesn't prove that an extra father directly caused the difference. But it shows something important. Human family systems can be far more flexible than the modern nuclear family model suggests. So were ancient humans naturally faithful? The evidence doesn't give us a clean answer. Humans form deep pair bonds. We fall intensely in love. We experience jealousy. We can stay together for decades. But humans also divorce. Remarry. Desire other people. And across history, different cultures have created radically different rules for relationships. Maybe that's because evolution didn't give us one relationship setting. It gave us competing drives. We crave attachment. But we notice alternatives. We want security. But we can desire novelty. We fear losing someone. Because that person genuinely matters to us. And culture builds rules around those impulses. Which leads to perhaps the most interesting conclusion. Maybe lifelong love isn't meaningful because staying with one person is automatic. Maybe it's meaningful precisely because it isn't. Your ancestors gave you the ability to bond. But choosing the same person again and again, that part may be up to you. So what do you think? Are humans naturally monogamous? Or are we simply choosing to be?